Hello, Leo, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. So, one of your themes is success for 2020, all right? So, a really good amount of material income. I'm going to go into more detail, but also one of your advice cards for 2020 is the Nine of Pentacles, all right? So, if you want to know more, then you need to stick around. If I also am going to have timestamps for each of the months in the general introduction, okay? But first, I just want to let you know to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, like, share, comment. It really helps me out a lot and I super appreciate it, all right? And also, I'm using 3 decks. I'm going to use my Tarot of the Cat People for what's going on in the surface. I'm going to use my Tarot of the Thoth deck to explain what's happening beneath the surface. And last but definitely not least, I'm going to use my Mystic Mondays deck to explain your main advice card for every month, okay? So let's get back into the theme. So one of these cards fell out and then I pulled another one of these cards. So this is what's happening on the surface, mainly for 2020, okay? We've got the Ace of Swords and we've got the Knight of Swords, okay? So you're definitely going to be getting a lot of strength, a real go-getter attitude, no nonsense bullshit. Maybe the kind of attitude where you kind of just move into things. You're more of an action person rather than a thinker and planning type of person. Sometimes people overplan and they never really actually end up doing what they want to do. This is like the opposite. In fact, with this type of energy, the Knight of Swords and Ace of Swords energy, there might be a little bit of potentially going into something a little bit too fast without adequate reflection, okay? But overall, it's a super positive energy, all right? And lots, as this is the Ace, there is lots and lots of opportunity, new opportunities when it comes to different mindsets, okay? So the Swords is a mind, right? So possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence as well. But, you know, this also might be a new way of thinking, a new mindset. Maybe you've let go of particular baggage of the past, okay? So very, very positive, definitely lots of strength, lots of courage. You are a very courageous sign, my lovely Leo. All right, now this is what's happening beneath the surface. We have got the Princess of Discs and the Six of Discs, okay, or Pentacles, all right? So again, possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, but what's happening beneath the surface, you are going to be very successful, okay? Financially abundant, a good amount of money, all right? You're also going to be, you know, really tapping into the kind, generous, down-to-earth person that you are, all right? Someone who's very reliable, okay? And connected with nature, all right? So you also might be getting a good amount of money or at least lining up with a big amount of money that's coming soon, wealth and things like that, okay? So this is what's happening beneath the surface. So it might begin to show up a little bit later in the year or maybe the next year, but you're totally lining up with that. And this is your 2 main advice cards for your theme of 2020 before I get into my individual like month by month accounts of how your year's going to go is your advice cards. We've got the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the Tower is telling you that, you know, anything that doesn't serve you, okay, you really need to just shed that away, all right? Like a snake shedding its skin, all right? So there might have been something difficult that you've learned or an experience, right? You don't want to hold on to that pain. Yes, you need to move through it, but then don't drown in it. Just let it fall away. Anything that doesn't serve you. Often the Tower can sometimes be just like a complete bombshell of information that completely changes your way of thinking, right? So you need to just go with that change. Sometimes it can be painful, but it obviously didn't serve you. You need to let it go, let go, let go. Whatever's been burnt away, you need to leave it, okay? And the Nine of Pentacles is telling you, you really need to treat yourself. Enjoy the luxurious things in life. You know, you've worked really, really hard. You deserve to treat yourself, okay? And that's really gonna help make you feel better considering whatever it is that's happened with the Tower, okay? So that might have been in 2019, for example, but I'm just focusing on 2020, all right? So let go of old beliefs, treat yourself. You deserve it. Now, first off, on the 12th, before I get into the actual cards for starting with January, I'm just going to say some of the absolute major astrological events, all right? So on the 12th of January, Saturn is conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn, all right? So you want to, it's a really good time to increase your efficiency and focus your efforts on career goals, that's especially true for you Leos, all right? And also on the 10th of January, we've got a moon eclipse in Cancer, right? So there might be a little bit of tension, a bit of melancholy, there might be difficulty or the loss of a friend or a lover, or at least maybe some tension in a particular relationship, all right? Now, what I see happening in the surface for January, we've got the King of Wands. This is a possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, obviously could be you, or it could be another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius influence, all right? Generally a male, right? Or it could be a female who's quite masculine, but this card tends to represent a male who's a very good father, very kind, very generous, very fair, a really good husband, okay? Good businessman overall, but like really, really just good family man. So that's the main influence in January, okay? So this might be your partner, this could be you, this could be a father, it could be a boss, it could be just someone who really sticks up for the little guy and sticks up for people who can't necessarily stick up for themselves, all right? So yeah, that's the really positive energy that you have on the surface for January. Now, what's happening beneath the surface? We've got even more wands. So this is definitely most likely you, but could also be another Leo or Aries or Sagittarius influence. We've got the Princess of Wands, okay? So what's happening beneath the surface, okay, is you've got this just fiery energy. You're totally tapping into your energy, your power, your intuition, spiritual flow, okay? So it's super, super high energy. So you might have particular whims and want to do things and just make decisions based on just, you know, how you feel rather than thinking about them, okay? But this is your advice card for January, even though you've got that super intense energy underneath the surface. Your advice card for January, okay? We've got the Hermit, so this could possibly be a Virgo influence, but the Hermit is telling you to take it easy, stay home, maybe avoid going out. If you are going to hang out with anyone, you really want to just have it be with very, very close friends or family that you absolutely feel like you can be yourself with, all right? This is a time, your advice for January is to just take some time to yourself for introspection, to tap into yourself and just tap into your inner light, okay? Yeah, so that's your main advice for January. Okay. And what is happening astrologically for February, okay? On the 9th of February, we have got a super moon in Leo, all right? So this is like a super intense lunar eclipse in your sign, massive changes, letting go of the old, and your advice is mainly to rest, okay? Now, what I see happening in the surface of February, we have got the 5 of Swords. This is a possible air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence. Okay, so on the surface, this could be you or it could be someone else, but this person is, you know, they can be a little bit controlling sometimes. I mean, yes, they are very competent, but they're the type of person who rules through fear rather than exactly from mutual respect, okay? And there might be a little bit of a lack of trust in the universe, and which is why you might be a little bit controlling, or this person around you is potentially being a bit controlling, okay, a bit cold, a bit stuck in their ways, all right? I mean, they have reasons for it, okay, but that doesn't mean that if this is someone else that you deserve to be, you know, treated in that way, or if this is you, you know, just know that the way that you feel is for a good reason, but you know, you don't want to feel this way your whole life, so you want to think about just how you can loosen up, and that totally comes to your advice card. I'll be getting to it in a moment. So what's happening beneath the surface for February is we've got more of this amazing fire energy. We've got the Prince of Wands, all right, and your energy under the surface for January was the Princess of Wands. So, I mean, you are a fire sign, right, which is the Wands. So again, it could most likely you, possibly another Leo or Aries, Sagittarius influence, okay, but what's happening beneath the surface, all right, even though on the surface there might be a little bit of, you might feel a bit restricted by someone else or restricting yourself or others, okay, but under the surface, you know, you've just got this fiery energy that you want to burst forth with. So this can also sometimes, with this energy, sometimes you can be making a bit more jokes and making people laugh and just having these certain bursts of like creativity and inspiration, right? And the type of energy that this is also maybe doing things without really thinking it through rationally first, just kind of doing things because you just feel like it and you don't even take a step back. So sometimes this energy can be moving forward really fast that, you know, you might be saying things that you regret a little bit, okay? But then as soon as you say it, you kind of realize it afterwards. So just be wary of that. But your advice card for February, and I love this one. We've got the Three of Cups. Okay, so possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, all right? And the Three of Cups is telling you to go out, enjoy life, live life, hang out with friends. Any invitation you get to go to a party or a dinner or event or music concert, take it and just go out, live life, enjoy life, have a few drinks. I mean, assuming you drink, but just enjoy life, okay? And hang out with people that you love and care about and have a good time. That's what the Three of Cups is telling you to do, all right? All right, so in March on the 22nd, Saturn goes in Aquarius. So it's a really good time to start organizing for your future, clarifying goals, and just figure out what direction you want your future to go in. Also on the 9th of March, we've got a super moon in Virgo. So it's a really good time to learn how to manage any potential drama, power struggles, gossip. There might be some changes to your social life, okay? What I see happening in the surface for March, this is like, honestly, March is super amazing for your love life, like really amazing. If you're in a relationship, your relationship is just going to be so good. And then if you're not in a relationship, you're totally going to be meeting someone, okay? So we've got the Ace of Cups, all right? So the Ace is a new start. So there's like a new emotional like well that's just been unsurfaced within you, within your heart, okay? This could also be a crush. This could be meeting someone new. It could be just like you've tapped into this, like these, you know, amazing loving emotions, right? And this is bliss. This is beauty. This is loving life. This is just inspiration and joy, okay? That's the Ace of Cups, all right? It is an amazing feeling. Like March is an amazing feeling for you this month, okay? And you're going to be super open to finding someone, okay? What's happening beneath the surface, right? Again, Princess of Cups, so possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer sign, right? What's happening beneath the surface is you are feeling super open to love, vulnerable, but making yourself vulnerable, but in a positive way so that you can receive love and give love. Someone who is just very sweet and natured and very kind. So that's what's happening beneath the surface with this new well of love that's been opened within your heart, within your soul, within your spirit, okay? So that's absolutely amazing. And your advice card is, we've got the Knight of Cups, right? And the Knight of Cups is telling you flirt, you know, ask someone out. If, you know, you have a crush, let them ask you out. You know, let them wine and dine you, or if there's someone you want to ask out, wine and dine them, you know, like just totally enjoy, you know, the giving and receiving of love, okay? That's what the Knight of Cups is telling you to do, all right? Play with it, okay? So yeah, March is looking amazing for love, all right? So in April, we've got a super moon on the 8th in Libra, right? So any old baggage might be stirred up, and I totally see that with the cards. I'll tell you in a second. But it might have something to do for some of you with home, family boundaries, and just creating a safe environment for yourself that you feel comfortable in, okay? And just remember, Saturn is still in Aquarius, so you're still going to want to be organizing for your future. What I see on the surface for April is we've got the Three of Wands, okay? So possibly you, as it's a fire sign, or another Leo or Aries or Sagittarius, all right? So this is a businesswoman who's very intelligent, very smart, very skillful, okay, very cunning, and you know, she's very successful. Obviously it could possibly be a male as well, but very strong feminine energy, okay? You know, has definitely accomplished goals, thinking about her new goals and very proud of what she has accomplished, okay? Very competent, okay? If this is you, this also might be someone else, and I'll let you know why, okay? So this is what's happening beneath the surface, right? We have got worry and stress, okay? So Pentacles, possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, all right? This could also be a loss of money. This could be extremely like a loss of, you know, a contract. It could be the loss of, you know, where you live. You just, it's something that isn't makes you feel like you've lost your footing on your place on this earth. You know, so this could also be stress about like, where am I going to live? Or maybe someone's ripped you off. Okay, this is the thing. I feel like for a lot of you, this could be someone else, okay? If this is you and you're thinking of a new business venture or idea, I would suggest not doing it. And I'll let you know why, okay? So I'm just gonna have to show all of these. What's happening on the surface, we have what seems to, and this is in April, we have what seems to look like a really good business opportunity, or and you're wanting to move forward with it, or this is someone else who's approaching you with a business opportunity or sale or some sort of trade or something like that, okay? But underneath the surface, it looks way better on the surface than what it is, because underneath it will result in a loss of money or a loss of stability or a loss of a home or a loss of a contract, okay? The loss of something, a significant financial loss that will really stress you out, okay? So this is actually, the Seven of Cups is actually your advice card. Again, possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, right? This is watch out for delusion, watch out for false prizes, watch out for, lies, deceit, okay? So if someone approaches you with a business offer where they're saying it's gonna make you money in April, you just need to super watch out, because they're not being honest with you. They're lying to you. They're being deceitful, okay? If something seems too good to be true, that's because it likely is, all right? So you need to watch out for the illusion, all of these promises, but it's just gonna end up in a loss of money, okay? So I would definitely not, go forward with any business opportunities in the month of April, okay? So, excuse me, what's happening in May? Saturn is still in Aquarius, and on the 13th of May, Venus goes retrograde in Gemini, okay? So there might be a little bit of stress, mostly for other signs, but possibly a little bit for you, Leo. There might be a little bit of difficulty in relationships and a need to improve communication, all right? And on the 7th of May, we've got a supermoon in Scorpio. So you really need to, if you are feeling intellectually like stressed, you really need to be able to actually separate your mind and your emotions and be able to intellectually handle it. But I think overall you'll do a good job in that, and I'll show you why with these cards. So on May, what I see on the surface, we've got the Ace of Wands, okay? So again, most likely you or another fire sign, another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, okay? Ace is a new opportunity. There is a new opportunity in a new direction of your life, okay? And this makes a lot of sense, because I do see like a lot of success as well, right? For you. And it's just an amazing omen, positive signs. So that's really, really cool. It could be just like a new awareness, a new way of thinking about things, okay? And that makes sense because like we also have the Ace of Swords. So lots of aces for you, lots of new starts, lots of new inspiration, births of new ideas and opportunities this year for you, okay? So that's what's happening on the surface in May. Beneath the surface, you have the Hermit. So this could also be another Virgo influence, but you had the Hermit in January was your advice card, okay? So you're definitely going to be taking that advice in May, especially. You're going to feel like, whatever this new rebirth is, this new awareness, you're kind of like going away with it to really think about it and just really reflect on it and like, what does it mean? You really want to explore this new opportunity, this new birth of awareness alone, rather than going out and telling everyone about it, okay? You need to figure it out for yourself. So that's what you're doing, okay? Your advice card for May is, we have got the King of Cups, all right? So possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But this is, your advice is to really be balanced in your emotions, because it seems like this might be like a really emotional month for you in May, right? So your advice is to just like, be very calm, be emotionally aware. This is the King of Cups is telling you to be as emotionally intelligent as possible and fair and just, okay? But mainly to be, balanced in your emotions, okay? Now, in June, we still have Saturn in Aquarius, and on the 25th of June, Venus is finished its retrograde in Gemini. So after that time, relationships should get a little bit easier, and I totally see that for you in the cards. I'll let you know why. On the 5th of June, we've got a moon eclipse in Sagittarius, okay? So you might need to be a bit careful with money. There might be like some intense things happening around the world, potential wars, earthquakes, natural disasters, okay? Also, you might be hearing about that, things like that in other people like close to you. Also on the 21st of June, there's a solar eclipse, an annular solar eclipse in Cancer. So anything undone from the past or with connection to the divine will come back into your life. You're going to need to deal with it. But, you know, I see June is looking like a great month for you, an intense month, but a great month. On the surface, we've got the Lovers, okay? So this could also possibly be a Gemini influence, right? But this is, you know, whether you are with, so in March, we had the Ace of Cups, right? So that's a new emotional start in love, whether it is meeting someone new if you were single or if you were in a relationship, to really like have that new well of love be refreshed, okay? But yeah, that's totally paying off in June because, you know, you and your lover are just totally, you know, taking care of one another, loving each other. This is bliss, this is joy, all right? So this is just absolute love, infatuation, attraction, really feeling super connected to someone else, okay? And it's an amazing feeling. And what's happening beneath the surface in June, we have got the Magus, okay? So these are two amazing trump cards, okay? So what the Magus is, why that's beneath the surface is because you actually manifested this, all right? You desired this loving connection, this loving relationship, all right? So you actually set yourself up for this experience, okay? You created this, you create your own reality, and you absolutely did this, all right? And you know, everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to be in a happy, loving relationship, okay? And you made it happen. Now, your advice, however, because sometimes we can get super wrapped up in this emotion. So your advice is actually for June, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. What the 8 of Pentacles is telling you to do, focus on your work, focus on your craft, focus on your skill, focus on what you're good at, something that you're building. Because when it comes to this energy, the Lover's energy, yes, it is an amazing energy. It feels great. Most people love to be loved and love to love, right? But then sometimes it makes us distracted from like other things in our life that are important, okay? So you need to continue to focus on your work, focus on your skill, focus on your craft, because that's what's gonna help bring you loads of success, which is your theme for 2020, okay? Well, one of your major themes, right? And you do need to make sure to continue to treat yourself, okay? So that's what's happening for June. In July, on the 1st, Saturn is no longer in Aquarius. So hopefully in June, you finished organizing for your future. And also on the 5th of July, there is a moon eclipse in Capricorn. So there might be an emotional release. I totally see that for you. Your relationship issues might kind of come to the surface, and you really should focus on yourself and make sure you are emotionally balanced, all right? So what I see happening on the surface for July, we have got the 9 of Pentacles, okay? So that is also your advice card for the theme of 2020, okay? So July and all of 2020, right? So what's happening on the surface with the Pentacles, again, it could be an Earth sign influence, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have worked really, really hard, right? Because this was your advice card in June. You need to keep working with your craft and your skill and your trade, all right? And you're really seeing the benefits of it, okay? There might be like a showing, or if you are an artist, it might be at a gallery, or maybe you sell things, or you sell a service or a product. You know, you're really seeing the benefit. You're really getting recognized in the public as well. And it's something that you've worked at for a long time, put a lot of thought and energy into. And so, you know, you're super proud of yourself, and you should be proud of yourself, you know. With a sculpture, right? It can take months or years to actually create that, right? And you really have to think about the long-term product, the big picture, and each little step to create this beautiful masterpiece, okay? And it will be bringing you a good amount of money and wealth, all right? This is what's happening beneath the surface. We have got the Priestess. This could also possibly be a female Taurus, all right? So This is a total spiritual time for you, getting in touch with yourself. You might want to really pay attention to your dreams, meditate more, follow your intuition, follow your instinct, follow those little synchronicities and signs, okay? Because this is what's your success in the material world, you know, is also helping you heal spiritually, okay? And your advice for July is we have got the moon, okay? So this could possibly be a Pisces influence, all right? You also might want to check out your reading based on your moon sign for the month of July. Do monthly readings, okay? But this is telling you, take the time, reflect, you know, dive deep into the shadow, the good and the bad, and super pay attention to your dreams, all right? You might want to get a dream journal, all right? So this totally lines up with the priestess. Like, you super need to get in touch. You will be getting in touch with your intuition. So the moon is telling you to embrace it fearlessly, okay? Yeah, so sometimes looking at the dark side of ourselves or our shadow can be terrifying, okay? But the moon is telling you to look at all, the light, the dark, everything, right? Because it's you, right? You don't want to push away the parts of yourself that you might be scared of seeing, because it's still you. And if you do that, then you're rejecting a part of yourself. Look at everything, embrace everything. Now, what I see happening in August, first I will explain, I don't see any major astrological activity for August. Okay. What I see happening on the surface for August, we have got the 7 of Wands, okay? So this is you, but it could be another fire sign, another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, okay? This is most likely you, right? You've got a goal that you want to move forward with, and you are picking your goal, you're showing off your success, your previous success, and you know, you did see a lot of success in July, okay? Yeah, so you're moving forward with that, okay? What's happening beneath the surface, however, even though you're doing super well successfully, beneath the surface we've got the Prince of Cups, okay? So possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. This could be someone else whose energy is influencing you, but regardless, it's your energy, okay? But the Prince of Cups, you need to just, you might be moving forward with this because it's more like someone wanting to be successful potentially for the fame, even, or just to show off the success, rather than actually because they're super inspired about what they want. So that might be a little bit what's happening on the surface, okay? And that might change your direction a little bit. Regardless, your advice for August, we've got the 6 of Swords, possible air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, okay? And you know what? You are becoming so strong. This is your 2020 or 2 on the surface theme cards. You're becoming so strong this year for 2020, okay? Super strong, super courageous, super powerful, super rushing into the unknown, right? So what the 6 of Swords is telling you to do is in August, there are going to be changes, all right? And to embrace it, to go with the flow, right? Because if you resist these changes that will often be painful, then, you know, it's just going to make things more difficult than necessary, okay? There are lots of changes going on for you in 2020. There are lots of new opportunities. You've got loads of aces. Also, this is in line with, you know, one of your main advice cards for 2020 is the Tower. Let go of the old. Let go of old ways of thinking. Let go of old things that don't serve you anymore. That could be people, that could be situations, that could be work, whatever, right? If it doesn't serve you, you seriously need to let go of it. Go with the flow, be bold, be fearless in these new territories, these new waters that you are exploring, okay? You might feel uncomfortable, but that's okay, that's normal, but you just need to go with it, all right? Now, in September, on the 9th of September, Mars goes retrograde in Aries, so your physical activity might not be as good. You need to make sure you carry on exercising, okay? And that's the major astrological activity I see for September. Now, what's happening on the surface, right? We've got the moon again, right? And on July, your advice card was the moon, to do that reflection, right? So it seems that in September, you're definitely going to be doing that reflection. It's likely because in August, you know, you were in new territories, maybe in uncharted waters, okay? And so in September, you know, you are reflecting, but also sometimes this can, you know, be honest with yourself, right? Because in this deck with the moon, sometimes it can be a little bit of self-deceit. So for some of you, it might be like that you might be deceived by someone else, but I think for most of you, you might be wanting to avoid certain aspects of yourself, okay? Again, this might be a Pisces influence as well, all right? But what's happening beneath the surface, regardless, this is amazing. We've got the Ace of Wands, which are a fire sign, which is you, Leo, but also possibly another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, okay? So you've got so many aces, right? You have got aces, all right? And what the Ace of Wands is saying is beneath the surface, because of this introspection, because of this diving deep, okay? You are going to be rebirthed again in a spiritual energy, new spiritual vigor, okay? And you know this, you had a lot of that energy in January underneath the surface, okay? In February underneath the surface, all right? And also in May, okay? So lots of fury energy. You've got a new rebirth, a new start. You're gonna have so much energy, okay? And that's because you dive deep. That's because you did shadow work. That's because you reflected, you looked at the darkest parts of yourself, right? The good and the bad, right? So don't be shy, right? Because you're gonna find gold, right? When you go into the dark cave, you can find gold, you can find treasure, all right? And that's exactly what's happening for you in September. Your advice card for September, we've got the Princess of Cups, okay? And in March especially, we had so many cups as well, okay? So there could be a possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, but the Princess of Cups is telling you to be gentle, to be kind, to accept love, to be loved, to enjoy beauty and bliss, and just to be generous with love and to receive love, okay? Be vulnerable with your heart, but obviously only with people who deserve it, okay? Tap into your intuition, tap into your emotions, all right? That's what the Princess of Cups is telling you to do in September. All right, in October, we still have a Mars retrograde in Aries. You seriously need to make sure you are exercising and taking care of your physical body. Sometimes when we go through a lot of like spiritual upheavals, right, we can sometimes neglect our physical needs, whether it's exercise or good food or getting out into nature, right? You need to continue to take care of your physical body, even when you're going through like really intense spiritual transformations, okay? Do not neglect your body, all right? Also on the 31st of October, we have got a blue moon in Taurus, all right? So there might be some hard conversations, some confronting issues, all right? And I definitely see that coming up for you in October, because what's happening on the surface is we have got the Four of Pentacles, possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence right now. Just remember that everything wealth-wise is turning out well in the end, okay? Overall for 2020, you do have success, okay? You are a generous person. But what's happening in the Four of Pentacles, right? There might have been a bit of a financial loss, or that's making you cling on to the money that you have. There might have been like a particular situation where you're being super penny pinching. You also might just have your walls up emotionally, and just maybe feeling like there is a lack of abundance in the universe, that you will not get all of your needs, physical needs met. So you need to just hold on to things. Sometimes you might start wanting to hoard things, not letting things go. That can create a disconnect with people around you that love you, okay? But even though you're feeling this way, and it can also sometimes be just like holding on to past habits and patterns that kind of make you feel safe, okay? But what's happening beneath the surface, we have even more of this amazing wand energy. Look, like in January, we had the Princess of Wands. In February, we had the Prince of Wands. Okay, we've got so much wand energy, right? Fire energy, that's you, right? You're totally just being birthed into like your true essence. This is amazing. We've got the Queen of Wands, okay? So even though on the surface, this is what's happening, beneath is being birthed an extremely powerful, strong, assertive woman, okay? Or if you're a male, it could be just that super strong feminine energy. But this is the type of woman who means nonsense, right? Like she gets what she wants. And if she wants something and someone's in her way, like you don't want to mess with her, right? And she's really assertive and strong, like a really good leader, very powerful leader, okay? Amazing spiritual energy. But one of the reasons you might be feeling this way, we've got your, well, might likely be things coming up from your past, right? That maybe make you go into old habits, okay? But just remember that experience is making you extremely powerful. And your advice card for October is, we have got the 5 of Cups, okay? Possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. What the 5 of Cups is telling you to do is, okay, yes, you might have gone through something difficult, okay? It is important to, you know, move through the emotion, feel through the emotion, not to reject it, but don't wallow in it, okay? Don't get stuck in this victim mentality of poor me, poor me, poor me, poor me. You do eventually need to move on. So the 5 of Cups is telling you, yes, there might have been this emotional upset. Yes, there might have been this emotional upheaval, but don't stick around in it, okay? You do eventually need to move on, okay? Feel it, experience it, and then when you're ready, move on, okay? So for example, if you find yourself, whatever is happening in October, okay? If you find yourself, for example, continuing to complain to people or go on about it or just continue having it stuck in your head, you really need to think about like, how can you move on from it? Because yes, shitty things happen in life, but if we don't move on and just continue to only think about the negative things, then we're not really going to enjoy the present or the good things that life has to offer, okay? But I'm not telling you to move through this faster than what is right for you, okay? Only you know that balance. Only you can decide that, okay? So on the 14th of November, the Mars retrograde in Aries ends, so you might feel inclined to have more physical activity, all right? Now, what I see happening on the surface is we've got the star. This is amazing. This also might be an Aquarius influence possibly, but you're just on the surface, you're totally going to be wanting to show off and get out there. This is someone who has a lot of talent and skill. There also might be something that happens that's written in the stars, okay? So you might want to check your horoscope specifically for November. I love cafeastrology.com for that, all right? Yeah, and there might be a positive omen, new awareness, and then just being like this shining light in the darkness and just having this amazing positive energy, a beacon of light and hope in some dark times for others, but you shine so bright. So that's amazing. And I really feel like it must be, it's definitely a good omen. Something really positive is happening in November because what's happening beneath the surface, we've got fortune, okay? So you might also, this is really good, that's, remember, money, success, okay? So you might be getting a certain amount of money, maybe something that you've invested in is really paying off. It could be an inheritance. It could like winning the lottery. Like if you're going to buy a lottery ticket anytime this year, do it in November, okay? That's when your fortune and your luck is just amazing, all right? So that's what's happening beneath the surface. This is really good. And your advice card is, we have got the 2 of Cups. Okay, possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, all right? So the 2 of Cups is telling you that whomever you feel really connected with, this could be a lover, okay? It could be a friend. It could be a family member that you guys are like 2 peas in a pod, okay? Just really embrace that connection, embrace the friendship. This is with someone who you two really complement one another. And you have an amazing emotional connection and you feed each other, right? And you're equal power-wise, there's no power struggle, okay? So just to really like give and receive with a particular person, a particular connection that makes you feel amazing, okay? So that's your advice for November. Now in December, we've got Saturn in Aquarius again on the 17th. So you're going to want to start organizing for your future, clarifying your goals again, okay? Also, Jupiter goes in Aquarius on the 19th of December. So yeah, you really want to, there's just your future orientation is going to be improved, okay? And that could be financial, it could be in a home, it could be in a variety of areas in your life, and I totally see that in the cards as well. On the 21st of December, this is going to be super intense. There is the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. There are enormous shifts in power and fortune in your life, in people around you, and also in the world, okay? There's a potential for explosive change, whether it's good or bad. So that looks like it's going to be a super intense day, super intense month for a lot of people and the world, okay? On the 14th of December, there is a solar eclipse in Sagittarius, so relationships are going to be in focus for many people, but Mercury is in the same house, so communication is good. You might want to travel, make plans, make big plans of what you want to do next in your life, new projects, okay? And also your life might be completely turned upside down, all right? This is what I see happening for you in December with the cards. We have got the Page of Wands. Okay, this is you, but it could also be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? This is a positive message. This is a trusted friend. It could also be a stranger, but they have very good intentions, okay? So this might be a new opportunity, new information, very important information, okay? And what's happening beneath the surface with this information, we have got the Four of Wands, completion, again, possible fire sign, right? So this information or this opportunity leads to the completion of some sort of project, okay? So it could be an actual project, okay? But this new information might make you also come to a complete new awareness, like, oh, like that final piece of the puzzle that finally lets you see the big picture, okay? So the way that you think, the way that you, your ideology or your understanding of a particular theme in your life is going to completely just come together, okay? And what it's going to cause you to do, your advice for December is we've got the Eight of Cups, possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, okay? So December, you know, you're kind of thinking about, you know, okay, so I have this new information, I've completed this project, where am I going to go next? What direction do I need to take my life into to find emotional fulfillment? Because the Eight of Cups is telling you that, you know, material goods, you know, all of this success and wealth, okay, it's not enough, right? You need to feel emotionally fulfilled, like the deeper meaning of life. So this is introspection, this is also reflection. Why are you here on this planet? Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish, okay? And that's your December. And I think it's a really great way to finish off the year, is looking back and thinking about where you want to go again in the future, okay? But this year is absolutely going to bring you so much strength, a new way of thinking, super clear-headed. You are a very generous, kind person, and you are going to receive wealth, success, and abundance. You need to remember to let go of the past, things that don't serve you, and to treat yourself, okay? You deserve the good life. You deserve luxury, you know what I mean? And, you know, with all of this success, why not treat yourself? Seriously, what's the point? What's the point of having money in the bank if you're not going to spend a little bit of it on the things that make you feel good, all right? So buy yourself that dress if you want it, or suit. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I do monthly readings, I do mid-monthly check-ins, I do weekly pick-a-cards, and I hope you have an amazing 2020. Ooh, and comment below, how did you like the reading? Did it resonate with you? I love reading your comments so much, and they really do mean a lot with you. They really do mean a lot to me, okay? So have a great 2020, my lovely Leo. Bye.